one article that I saw that you shared, I thought would be a great way to start. Johnny Depp back in the headlines with Amber Heard, um, divorce, defamation lawsuit, so much more going on. Apparently, there was he was spotted dressed as Jack Sparrow for something. I'm not too sure what it was, um, but there's a lot of stuff with Johnny Depp. What do you know about this situation? Is this one of those things you like to dive into? Because it's been mainstream media throughout all of 2022.
I was actually thinking about like the biggest scandals and the biggest things that went on in 2022. I believe Watch Mojo is coming out with their list. I might have watched a video. And the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial came, it was part of the list. It was pretty high up. And I was like, man, I really wish we were doing this show during those times, because that was crazy. That entire trial and how much people were following it. That was insane. Do you remember like all the crazy, like regular media and mainstream coverage that trial got? It's been a while since a trial was that followed.
Yeah, especially with celebrities like that. I mean, like we've seen, like when was the last big thing that we saw? For me, the top of my head is like we went from like the Harvey Weinstein stuff. That was like a mainstream like Hollywood weekly like thing going on.
Oh, the Epstein guy. Epstein, remember? Yeah.
All those type of big things.
But he's back in the news now because he supposedly gave away $1 million. Some of that is actually Amber Heard's money that she had to pay him. He ended up giving it away to charity. I mean, he decided to have fun with it and dress up as Jack Sparrow while he did that.
So basically, they're all kind of related in some weird way, I guess. But yeah, so Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, obviously back in the headlines. I'm trying to look through the article now to see what exactly like is going on with them. I know that there are still debate as to whether or not Johnny Depp should be able to go, because I know he was pulled from a lot of his roles during this time.
That's the reason why he filed the lawsuit, because of defamation. He lost the Jack Sparrow role. He lost a lot of roles because this woman made him sound like an abuser. And it turns out it was the other way around. And it's been crazy how much I feel like that case can change the landscape, because I don't feel like men speak out about it as much as women do, and I think it was so fair to finally see the payoff, because I feel like it goes both ways. And there's double standards in everything in society still, which we shouldn't. We're going into 2023. But that's a big double standard that a guy is just expected to take it. And you know what I think? If she would have not gone public with her story, he actually would have. I don't think he would have sued her if she didn't. It was a defamation lawsuit. So if she would have not made him sound this way and costed him the money and the roles that it costed him, including Jack Sparrow, which is one of my favorite Johnny. Well, I have a lot of favorite Johnny Depps. But I have a special place in my heart for Jack Sparrow. I mean, some of those movies were filmed here in Puerto Rico. So, I love Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, so I wonder if she didn't go public, would he have taken it and the double standard would have continued? I'm glad that he spoke out, sued her, and we got to see the real version of what went on, because I was under the impression of what she has said for a long time.
Yeah, and so was I to an extent. I mean, I think like kudos to him for sticking it out, because like you go into a situation like that and it automatically became like he was the abuser, he was the bad guy, he was. And he stuck it out, and he just it came with a lot of baggage, losing roles, his reputation being put on the line, for the truth. So I give him credit for sticking it out, because a lot of people would have just said, you know what, it's not worth me losing my entire career, my life, my livelihood. I'll just keep quiet, and but I kudos to him.
Yeah, kudos to him. And like I said, I feel like this case did a lot more than what people say. And if you go listen to Amber Heard now, she said that he set women back like a bunch of steps back. And I'm like, you got exposed. You got exposed, and it was a very, I don't know. I just remember following the trial, and I was so mind blown, because I really was under the completely wrong impression here. I remember reading her interviews where she called him, said some of the things that he did to her that ended up being proven that he never did. And I actually couldn't believe it, because I love Johnny Depp, and I still think he's very beloved. But yeah, I really do think that people started looking at Johnny Depp completely differently after that.
Yeah, I'm just glad that now it's kind of died down a little bit, and you know, at least try to get back to whatever normal life they have left, at least for him. But I mean, I know there's rumblings of another Pirates of the Caribbean movie that he might be a part of. So hopefully, you know, 2023 and so on, we'll have another installment.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite Johnny Depp movie?
I don't. For me, I would probably have to say Pirates of the Caribbean, because that to me is such an iconic character that, you know, there's characters where they can somewhat be replaced in a sense. This is a character that you can put makeup on in a costume on anyone, and it will never be Johnny Depp. You know, they do it with the Joker.
I agree, but I don't know about the Joker anymore. Well, actually, maybe, because like what we were discussing, you know, other people with Joaquin Phoenix. I liked him as the Joker a lot, and I didn't think I was gonna like any other Joker after Heath Ledger. But I think it was because his story was completely different. But I like Johnny Depp in more dark things. Secret Window, Sleepy Hollow, like, because I'm a horror movie fan. I love those movies from him.
No, I honestly, he's a generational actor. He's a generational talent. That's like what they use in wrestling, the term generational talent. But I think that he definitely is like an icon. Like whatever you want to use for in that sense, that's, you know, he is that for a generation. So I don't know. I'm excited to see if he does another movie, if he does come back with another Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm just excited. Honestly, I'm just really excited.
I hope so. That's an iconic.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to look forward to.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. Otherwise, we'll start posting spoilers about your favorite new movies.